Hello everyone, I'm Heather and welcome to Yogaculpt. Yogaculpt incorporates light weights with some traditional yoga moves and poses to help blast calories, make you stronger, leaner, more flexible. So for today's practice, you will need a set of dumbbells. I'm going to use 5 pounds today. That's about an average, right? So if you want to go a little lighter, that's cool. If you want to go a little heavier, that's cool too. If you have blocks, grab your blocks, grab some water, and meet me back here on your mat and get ready to move. Yeah, so good morning. I hope you guys are all doing well. Like I said, I'm using 5 pounders today. You can use anywhere from 2 to 8 pounds, I would say, for today is a good match. And if you have yoga blocks, they can be nice just to have around as an extra prop to support an arm if needed. But go ahead and place your weights at the top of your mat. And come on down to your back. All right. So we're going to start in a nice reclined butterfly. And just join the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to fall out to the sides. And before you get too comfy here, go ahead and reach the arms overhead and just stretch a little right and left, just to wake up the body. A nice good morning stretch. And then relax your hands down by the sides. You can even bring the hands to the belly if that's comforting to you. And just start to allow your body to come into this shape. So notice if you encounter any resistance as you come down through your hips, through your low back. Invite a nice deep breath in through your nose. And exhale through your mouth, let go. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhale. And exhale. And just continue to take some deep breaths and notice how your belly rises on your inhale and falls as you exhale. And maybe placing a hand to your belly and one up to your chest, and feel that inhale lift the belly and lift the chest. And follow the exhale as the chest falls and the belly falls. Just finding these really deep breaths. As you exhale, release your hands down to your thighs and close the thighs together, hug your knees into your belly. You can rock a little side to side. And we'll take a spinal twist. So drop both knees to the left, reach your right arm out to the right. And this may feel a little tight at first. Just do your best to relax in it. Turn that right palm up to the sky. And start to feel the right shoulder stretch and open. Feel the right side of your chest stretch and open. And allow your legs to just relax. No need to push them together. But notice if you're holding on anywhere, let go. As you inhale, bring your knees back through center. Exhale, drop your knees over to the right. And just creating that twist on this side. Left arm reaches out to the left. Turning your left palm up towards the ceiling. And once again, now feeling that stretch come out of the left side of your chest. As you inhale, bring your knees back up through center. Go ahead, grab below the knees, maybe down onto the shins, and just start to squeeze the thighs in towards the belly. Keep your tail grounded. Notice if you start to lift that tail. And we'll shift into a happy baby. So the soles of the feet lift up towards the ceiling. You can grab behind your knees and just start to pull the knees in, or maybe take the outer edges of your feet and just allow yourself to feel that deep compression at your hip creases. You can rock a little. Happy baby is also a really good pose for sciatica. So if you suffer from sciatica, you know how painful that can be, and this is a really good one to alleviate some of that pain and discomfort. It's also an amazing hip opener because you get a big compression at the hips. Get a little stretch through your hamstrings. Go ahead and drop your feet down to the mat. You're going to cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh, finding that figure 4. So we want to just allow the hips to warm and open a little more before we get really moving. And you can stay here with that left foot down or lift the left foot up and send that right hand between the legs. Just grip around the back of your left thigh. And feel that stretch in the right hip, but also down the outside of your right thigh and your right glute cheek. Good stuff. And then dropping that left foot down if it's lifted. Release your right foot to the mat. Left knee hugs in and cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh, that figure 4 shape on this side. And you can keep that right foot down or lift it up. Left hand goes between the legs. Grip around the back of that right thigh. Release that right foot down. Go ahead, hug both knees into the belly and reach both toes up to the sky. So really start to pull that low belly in and think of it lifting up towards your rib cage. You can slide your thumbs under your glutes here for a little support. That's going to make it easier. Or keep the hands just flat and relaxed by your hips. Inhale. As you exhale, lower the legs strong and straight out in front of you. Keep pulling that low belly in. When you start to feel your low back arch off the mat, that's your stopping point. And then take the legs back up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. And you can always bend your knees a little bit if this is really intense or if you feel this a lot in your hips. Bend your knees and focus on squeezing your inner thighs together. If you want to make this more challenging, reach the arms overhead and feel that length through the right and the left side of your waist. And keep going. Imagine your belly button pulling in so much it's gonna touch the ground, right? Touch the mat under your low back. And take one more. And then just hug your knees in. Rock a little side to side. We're going to continue to work the abdominals. So you want to reach those feet back up to the sky. This time, put your heels together, almost like you're going to do a first position in ballet. Take the hands behind the head, and you're going to lift the shoulders off the mat. That's going to get the upper abdominals engaged. Inhale. As you exhale, lift up. Bend the knees out left and right. Notice I still have space between my chin and my chest. And then as you inhale, grow long, lower the head, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, lift up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, push the feet away. Exhale, crunch. So if you want to make this a little more challenging, take the legs forward more instead of up more. Give me 7 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, keep those heels together. 2, grow long as you inhale. Last 1. And relax. Feet come down, just sway them side to side. And we're gonna repeat everything we just did. All right, so legs up. Decide if you want your thumbs under your glutes or hands by your hips or arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Pull, pull, pull that belly in. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So only go down as far to that point where you start to feel your low back lift off the mat. And 5 more here. Three more. 2. And last one. Nice. Go ahead, hug the knees in. Rock a little side to side. Breathe in through your nose. Big exhale out your mouth. And then legs go back up to the sky. Heels come together. Hands come behind the head. Elbows are wide. Inhale. Exhale, lift and crunch. Bend the knees in. Inhale, push the feet away. Exhale, lift and crunch. Inhale, think of it growing long through your torso. Exhale, the torso grows shorter. Right, you got it. If you want to make it more challenging, feet go out in front of you. Don't pull on your neck. Give me 5 more. 3, 2, and last one. Awesome job. Feet come down. Very normal for you to feel that through your hips a little bit. So just swish the legs side to side to let go. Nothing like a little abdominal work to get your temperature up, Right, so you're just gonna flip over to your belly and we'll give your abdominals a nice little stretch. So come onto your forearms in Sphinx pose, elbows are under the shoulders. Relax your legs, reach your toes back, and maybe lift up onto your hands if that's for you. If that's too much in your low back, just stay down on your forearms. But imagine your heart reaching forward even more. And breathe. You're alive, right? It's a beautiful day. You're on your mat. You did the hard part already. You showed up. And then coming down to the forearms if you're lifted. Walk the hands back in line with your chest. Lift up to table and back into your child's pose. Just for a few breaths. Transition to downward facing dog. Lift your hips, curl the toes under, and find that first inversion. So tail to the sky. You can pedal your feet out a little bit, left and right. Maybe bend your knees a little more. Relax your head, maybe shake it out. Yes and no. Back to yes. Yes, you're here. And as you inhale, shift forward to your high plank pose. So shoulders come forward over the wrist and the knees start to lift up. Think of your quadriceps, the front of your thighs lifting into your hamstrings, the backs of your thighs. So staying here, holding, breathe. Next exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. So the downward facing dog becomes your rest, right? You can stay here, you can come here whenever you need to. If you need more of a rest, drop your knees into child's pose. So you're gonna shift forward to high plank. And then you're gonna walk the hands over to the right. And then walk the hands back through center. Walk the hands over to the left. And walk the hands back through center. Inhale, exhale, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. So it's a little traveling plank. This time shift forward to high plank. You can stay center. Walk the hands over to the right. Maybe you add a push-up. Walk the hands back through center. Walk them over to the left. Maybe you add a push-up. Walk the hands back through center. And downward facing dog. Beautiful. 3 breaths. As you exhale, look forward. Walk your feet forward to the top of your mats. And just sway side to side. Bend your knees. Rise through standing. Reach the hands up to the sky and exhale, thumbs to your heart. Release the hands down. Bend your knees and find your weights. Again, I'm using 5 pounds today. Feet are hips width distance apart, and it's a simple squat with a shoulder press. So bring the weights up to your shoulders, palms are in. You're gonna squat down, and as you straighten up, reach the arms up. So squat and lift, squat, lift. As you come up, squeeze your glutes. And don't hold your breath, right? You got 10 more. As you bend your knees, bring weight into your heels. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Weights come into your chest. Send your right leg back to a lunge. So bending at that left knee, left heel drops down into your mat. Heart lifts. Reach the weights up. It's just a static hold. Breathe. 3, 2, 1 more breath. Weights come back to the chest. So here's our move. You're gonna pulse the right knee down, up, down, up. Step the right foot forward. Right foot back. Join me. Pulse down, 2, step forward. Back with the right leg, pulse 1, 2, come forward. You got it, 3 more. 2 more. Stay lifted in your chest. And last one. Awesome job. Other side. Left foot back. Reach the weights overhead. Breathe. 3, 2. Last one. Weights come to the chest. Pulse the left knee down. 1, 2. Almost fell. Step the left foot forward. The balance, right? Left foot back. Pulse 1, 2. Come forward. Back 2, 1. Forward. You're doing it. Nice. 1 more. And forward. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, fold down. Drop your weights. Come down to your knees, your shins. Your heart rate's probably up a little bit. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms down, arms down. 4 more like that. Inhale. Focus on lengthening your breath, because we just want to bring that heart rate down a notch. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale. 1 more. You're doing great. Lift up. Right hand's gonna drop down out to the right side and take a lean over to the right. Inhale, rise, and exhale, take a lean to the left. Inhale, lift up. So heart rate should come down a little bit. If you're still going pretty fast, stay here for a few more breaths. Otherwise, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. We gotta repeat, right? Inhale, shift forward, high plank. Stay here or walk the hands right. Take a push-up if you wish. Lift up. Hands come back to center. Walk them left. Maybe the push-up back to center. Walk the hands right. Maybe a push-up. Back up, back through center. To the left. Maybe a push-up. Oh, 1 more time. To the right. 1 more time. To the left. Oh, they're hard, right? And downward facing dog. Breathe in. Exhale, walk the feet forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. And just kind of sway. If your heart's going pretty good like mine, notice how I'm staying a little lifted. Grab your weights, rise up. Squats with that shoulder raise. Feet are hips width distance apart. Weights up onto the tops of your shoulders. Palms in. Take a breath. Squat it. Lift it. Squat. Lift. So, you can come down really low, right? That's gonna make it harder. Or maybe you don't come down as far. Make this your own. 10, 9, 8, keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Weights come into the chest. Right leg goes back. Find that lunge. Lift the arms overhead. 3, 2, 1 more. Weights come to the chest. Pulse the right knee down. 1 and 2. Step the right foot forward. Right leg back. Pulse. 1, 2, forward. Back. 1, 2, forward. 2 more times. 1 more. Nice. Left leg back. Find your high lunge. Reach the weights up for 3, 2. Exhale, weights come to the chest. Pulse the left knee down. 2 and 1. Step forwards. Left leg back. Pulse. 2 and 1. And forward. Back. 2, 1. Forward. 2 more times. Very nice. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees. Drop your weights. Come to your knees. Your shins. Sit upright. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale. Palms down. Nice job. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. And 1 more. This time, drop your right hand out to the right. Reach that left arm over. Inhale, lift. Exhale, switch sides. Inhale, lift. Shake out your hands. All right, 1 more time with those walking planks to finish this first sequence out. Right, make sure your weights are out of your way. Come into your downward facing dog. Invite a deep breath in. Big exhale out. Inhale, forward to plank. You can hold here the whole time. Walk the hands right, maybe you hold or add the push-up. Hands center. Over to the left if you wish, maybe the push-up. Center. Right. Push-up. Center. Left. Oh, these are getting hard, right? Over to the right. Push up. Over to the left. And center. You did it. Drop your knees. Sit your hips back to your heels. Shift your weight to one side. Legs come out in front. So little reprieve here. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, come forward with your chest to your belly. So you start to feel a stretch the backs of your legs. And breathe. Oh, those things are tough, right? The walking planks. Maybe the hands can reach the feet and peace fingers hook the big toes. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold the heart down. Relax through your shoulders. 5 breaths. Nice, and start to lift up. We take a butterfly here. So I'm adding these 2 little seated stretches in here for a couple reasons, right? Go ahead, inhale, sit tall. Exhale, come forward. Because that first sequence, it was pretty cardiovascular. So just giving your heart a chance to come back down, your heart rate, right? And to also lengthen the backs of the legs and open the hips again. Because a lot of those moves we did were very tightening in our hips. And so our next sequence, I want you a little more open. Start to rise up, close your thighs together. We come forward, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. So you should be feeling warm, right? If you need to pedal out, go for it. Anything that makes you feel your best in this pose. From downward facing dog, bend your right knee and lift your right foot off the mat. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, hug your right knee to your right elbow, maybe the tricep. Lift your hips, step your right foot forward. Grab your weights, and you're gonna rise up and turn and face the left side of your mat. Bring your feet in a little wider than your hips. All right, so you can keep a weight in your right hand here. You can double up if you can grab both of those weights in your right hand. If not, just drop the weight that was in your left hand. So think about your left leg being your stable leg, little bend in your left knee, left hand to your left hip. Bring your right leg behind your left, and you're gonna curtsy as you bicep curl. Come back, curtsy, bicep curl. You got it. 3, 4, and 5. Keep going. We're doing 5 more. So keep that left knee soft, right? Let it bend with you as you bring your right leg back. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Drop one weight if you have it. Bring that right weight up to the shoulder, reach it overhead, and you're gonna drop it behind the head, lift it up. Left hand can come to your left hip. So lift 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a tricep press. You're gonna give me 10 more. So you don't have a lot of weight here. You could probably do twice the weight, maybe 3 times the weight that you have, right? But control this. Keep that right elbow in towards the head. 5 more. Nice. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the weight down. That weight's gonna come into your left hand. Grab your second. Feet are a little wider than your fleshy hips. Now that right leg is your base. Right hand to right hip. Left foot comes behind the right. Bicep curl as you curtsy, right? Step the left foot out. Step it behind. 3, 4, 5, 5 more. Keep that right knee soft. 2 and 1. Very nice. Drop one weight. Left weight comes up to the shoulder, comes overhead, triceps. Let it drop back, press it up. So remember, control it. No flailing arms. Left elbow squeezes in to the left side of your head. It's a nice recovery move. So breathe deeper. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Bend your knees, grab your other weight. Take your feet a little wider than your hips if they came in. Toes out, 45 degrees. Weights are at your thighs, palms face into your thighs. You're gonna plie squat, so knees out, and lift the elbows up. Straighten, bend and lift. You got it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep going. 9, push through your heels as you come up. 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Turn your left toes in, your right toes forward. Widen your stance. Weights are at the hips. Hips are level. Bend that right knee. You're in a warrior 2 stance. But left hand's gonna just drop down your left thigh, right arm up. For 3, 2, 1. Bring that right weight down. Lift that back arm for 3, 2, I'm shaking. 1 more. Nice. Straighten that front leg. Turn your right toes in. Turn your left toes back. Right toes in. Level your hips under your shoulders. Just bend your left knee. So slide that right weight down. Reach the left weight up. For 3, 2, 1 more. Exhale, left weight comes down. Just float the right arm out and back for 3, 2, 1 more breath. Drop down. Straighten your left leg. Turn your toes in. Bring your feet in so that they're a little wider than your fleshy hips. We're gonna repeat. Both weights into your right hand or drop a weight. Left hand on your left hip. Right leg behind your left, bicep curl. Back to the start. 2, 3, 4. Bend that left knee. You're halfway there. 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Go ahead. Drop your left weight. Total mind blank right there, right? Right weight comes up to your shoulder. Right weight overhead. Triceps, drop it back. Press it up. 2, 3, 4. Keep your belly pulled in. 10 more. 8, 7, big deal. One more. Awesome. Bend down, grab that other weight, both weights into the left hand to right hip, knees soften, left leg comes behind, bicep curl as you curtsy. 2, 3, 4, 5. You got it. Smile, right? Two more. And last one. Drop a weight. Keep a weight in your left hand. Bring it up to the shoulder, to the sky. Drop it behind the head. Lift 1, 2, 3, 4, elbow in. 5, you got 10 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Bend the knees, grab both weights, take the feet a little wider, toes are out, weights are by your thighs, palms are in. Plie squat, bend the knees out, lift the elbows up, straighten, bend. So weight in your heels, and as you bend the knees, think of them moving back. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze it up. Last one. Awesome. Turn your left toes in, right toes turn forward, widen your stance. Walk that right foot forward. Weights are at the hips, hips are under shoulders, just bend your right knee. Left weight slides down, right arm reaches up. 3 breaths. As you exhale, right weight down to the right hip, just float that back arm up. Left palm is down. 3, 2, 1. Drop that left weight, straighten your front leg, right toes turn in, left toes turn back, hips are level, bend your left knee. Right weight just slides down, left weight up. 3 breaths. Exhale, left hand down to left hip. Float that right arm back. 3, 2, strong shoulder. Right, one more. And release, straighten the legs. Turn the toes in. Bring your feet in a little closer. Bend your knees, drop your weights. Turn your left toes in, your right toes forward. So now that left hip lifts higher. And you keep a little micro bend in that front knee, that right knee. And just lean. Triangle pose. Right hand down, left arm up. Pushing through your feet. Think of this right inner thigh, that front leg, rolling out in front of you or over to the left. Bend your right knee, right forearm comes up to your right thigh. That's the right body part, right? Swing your left arm down, reach it forward, extended side angle. Push through your back foot a little more. Can you turn your belly to the left a little more? And then rise up. Turn your right toes in, left toes forward. We find that triangle pose, so that right hip can already start to lift. Little softness in your left knee. Just take a lean. Left hand down, barely any weight in that left hand. Actively reach up with your right. And think of that left inner thigh rolling towards the left outer thigh. Bend your left knee, left forearm to the top of your left thigh. Right arm sweeps down and reaches forward. Turn your belly, your chest to the right. Push through your right foot, that back foot, right? That straight leg. And rise up. Nice job. Both feet turn to the side. Bring them in a little closer, a little dance, right? Turn to the top of your mat. Walk to the top. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step the feet back. Downward facing dog. And a nice cleansing breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Start to shift forward to your plank. Drop your knees. So you're going to sit your hips back to your heels. And if you have sensitive knees, sensitive feet, this is where a block between the heels can be nice, just to add a little perch, right? But you're still on the tops of your feet. If you need 2 blocks, that's okay. So we're gonna lift up to camel, right? And a block between your feet is kind of nice here. If you have it, if you don't, it's okay. But it keeps the knees about the right distance apart. So you should be able to easily just get 2 fists between your knees. If they're too wide, bring them in. Camel pose is a lot in your abdominals. So think of just pulling your low belly in and up, bottom of your glute cheeks, lengthen to the backs of your knees. And roll the shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Right? It doesn't have to be very big. Right? Just lift through your chest. Breathe. And then start to sit your hips back. So maybe you have the block there, maybe you don't. But you can bring your hands back and lift your knees. Get a little stretch on the front of your feet. If that does not feel right to you, don't do it. Right? Inhale. And exhale, come forward. Lift back up onto your knees. So, belly in, glutes reaching down. Lift up through your chest. Maybe the hands come to the hamstrings. Open your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Go ahead, sit it down. Walk the hands back. Lift the knees if you can. Get a stretch on the front of your feet. You can safely relax the head here. And then come forward. We're gonna do one more. Lift up. So really nice way to lengthen the front of the hips. Belly in, bottom of the glutes reach down. Lift your heart. Breathe. 3, 2, and exhale, lift up. Head comes to neutral, sit it back, walk the hands back, lift your knees. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome Shift your weight to one side. Legs are going to come out in front. Give them a little shake. We take a seated twist. So right knee's going to bend. Left leg can stay straight. So have about a hand's distance between your right foot and your left thigh. And pull your right knee back so that the right knee is on top of the right heel. Just do your best here. And you're going to turn your belly right. Right hand comes behind the back. Inhale, sit really tall. Exhale, twist. Feel broad across your chest. And begin to unwind. So you're just going to take this twist to the left. So walking the hands over to the left. You can keep your right foot where it is. Sometimes it feels better to bring it with you to the outside of that left leg, and you can even lean a little to the outer edge of your left hip. So what was your favorite move today? It was probably those walking planks with the push-ups, right? Those are tough. Go ahead, come back. Straighten your right leg. Bend your left knee. We come into the twist on the other side. So a hand's distance between that left foot and right thigh. Pull your left heel back. Sit tall. Twist to the left. Left arm comes behind you. Inhale. Exhale. Twist a little more. Think of your twist coming from that space just below your heart and up through your chest. Go ahead, unwind. Now we're going to take that twist to the right. So maybe the hands just come over to the right and kind of lean a little over to that right hip. You can pick up your left foot, bring it with you to the outside, and then you can lean a little more. But it's just a counter, right? You're just countering that twist. And then coming back, uncross the legs, come onto your back. Bring the feet to the mat, and we take a bridge pose. So knees are over heels, feet are hips width distance apart, and the toes point forward. If you want something a little more restful, right, you can just lift your hips up and put a block under your pelvis, maybe a block under each glute cheek. And just allow the block to support you in the bridge. Maybe you even come up to the medium height, so you're a little higher, or you gather some more strength through your legs and lift your hips. Walk the shoulders under, inner thighs roll in and down. If you have a block under there, you're gonna stay. If you don't have a block, you're gonna drop your hips just so we can rest for a breath. A big exhale out. And then we go back up. So lifting the hips, shoulders walk under. Releasing the hips down. If you have a block under your pelvis, go ahead, push through your feet. Lift your hips up and remove the block. Walk your feet forward a few inches and drop both knees over to the left. So your feet stayed hips width distance apart. You just drop the knees left. And so if that right knee is healthy, you can pick up your left foot and cross it to the outside of your right knee. And then just allow both legs to continue to relax to the left. Your right glute cheek, it's gonna come off your mat, and that's all good, right? Get a nice stretch through that right hip, through the outside of that right thigh. And releasing that left foot down. If it's crossed, knees come back up. So their feet are hips width distance. Just drop the knees to the right. And you can hang out here. If that left knee is ready and good to go today, pick up your right foot. Cross your right foot to the outside of that left knee. So if that creates any discomfort in your knees, don't cross the foot. You're just adding a little extra press here with the weight of that right foot. And release your right foot down. Go ahead, lift your knees. Anything you need to complete your practice today, take it. Or stretch out, get comfy. Shavasana, right? Shavasana is a pose, so give it some attention, right? That attention of relaxation, of noticing in your body where you are tight or tense, and just grow softer. Maybe you take a few more deep breaths. Maybe you just allow your breath to relax into its natural rhythm. Allowing your body to simply rest. And you're welcome to stay here in Shavasana as long as you like. If you're ready to move again, just wiggle your toes. Reach your arms overhead, take a giant stretch. Bend your knees, hug your knees into your belly. And you can come up to your seat. You can rock up to your seat or just roll to one side. But making your way into your seat, you're gonna reach around and find a block to sit on. You can just come into any comfortable cross-legged seats and join your palms together at your heart and give thanks for this beautiful day. Thank yourself for coming to your mat, to breathe, to move, to feel. And I thank you for sharing your practice today. Namaste.